Good evening, everyone. My name is Leah Mulhearn, and I will be chairing tonight's Facilities Committee meeting. I will start with a roll call, starting with Mr. F.
Zachary Epps, present.
Mia Blitzstein, present.
Charles Burdell Williams, present.
Dan Schultz, present.
Jennifer Lemon, present.
And do we have anyone online right now? Thank you so much. We will now vote to approve our minutes from our August meeting. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Seconded.
Mr. Schultz, thank you. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. The motion carries, and I will turn the presentation over to Mr. Carter, Mr. Sweigard.
Good evening. How is everyone?
Good evening, you.
Good. Our agenda will consist of some items for the stadium project, the completion of the roofing project, Glenside addition, Cedarbrook addition, and our summer moves for the 5th grade to some of the elementaries, move to Epic from EP, and the 6th grade move to the mods. And the flex spaces that we have for our science and STEM futures.
All right, so as part of the strategic plan, going back years ago, we talked about how we would report out the progress of our strategic plan projects. So tonight we're unveiling the brand new monthly project report. So starting off the project, just want to provide two photo updates, which really reflect a lot of the work that's going on now. On the left, the picture is of the inside of the oval of the track, and that was excavated 3 feet down for stormwater management and for stone to go in to be a large water retainage basin for the turf to be then subsequently put on top. On the right are a couple of the footers that were dug for the bleachers to go in on the homestand side, and they either started pouring those today or will start pouring concrete tomorrow on those parts. All right, so this is the report. We saw a glimpse of it at the beginning. We have our 2025 budget amount of $12,075,000. Lost my pen. We had a bid amount that was higher than expected of $13.4 million. We're tracking what we've paid to date so far, $1.4 million, and we have $10.6 million left to spend on the project. So we broke this down to 2 sections: the physical construction section up on the top, and all the soft costs that go along with the project as well. So these are broken out by the trades: plumbing, HVAC, electrical, and general contracting, which primarily includes excavation. And we have some other big ticket items up here: the bleachers, the transformer, and the track and turf itself. So expect a lot of activity in September, and expect a lot of more financial movement as this project progresses. Soft costs, the biggest you'll see on all these projects, are the architectural and engineering fee and the permitting and construction management. We also keep a small contingency on these projects that hopefully we don't have to touch into, but gives us some flexibility. Any questions on this report or the stadium project?
Appreciate the context shared. I noticed a large portion of that was contingency and the soft costs. Also appreciate the breakdown of the soft costs and construction costs. So appreciate the report. In terms of the bid amount, obviously it's more than what was budgeted, but at this point, that figure, is it possible it could change again as we go through the course, like certain equipment and materials could change, or is this more towards a final?
So we don't have any executed change orders that are of any notable amount. If we do, plus or minus, we'll include them in this spreadsheet.
Okay, so I guess there is some there could be a risk of something happens to change order, but according to the plan, if everything goes according to the plan, this is what the cost will be.
That's correct. Yeah, first, the contingency would be drawn down.
Right, yes, exactly. All right, thank you.
Any other questions?
No, just like Mike Robbins, sorry.
It's the wave, not a.
All right, the next project we've been talking about, which is done, which is now completed, is the partial roof replacement at the high school. Some of the last pieces to be finished were this flashing that was put all around the top on the parts that were refinished. You can see here is the brand new roofing surface, which has been there enough already that there's already a puddle forming. And the last item to put in was the ladder going to the second floor above the strut hall. So this project, the initial cost was 1.5 million. We had one change order, one addition, one subtraction, and my subtotal was wrong, but it's about 1.5 million and change. So I'll update that and add it back to the slides.
Any questions about the roof, Mr. Schultz?
Just as a refresher, this project was partially funded through a grant. Is that correct?
Largely funded
Largely
through.
funded. I just wonder if it would be possible to include either is an asterisk or a note on this slide, just as a reminder that these costs were driven, or you know what I'm trying to say. Just it was funded by the state.
Yes, the
So-
Pennsylvania School Improvement Grant gave us approximately $1 million towards this project.
Important, no, thank you. Any other questions about the roof?
I know you told us this before, I'm sorry, that the type of roof that was used, there's something special about it? Is it reflects the heat or did I imagine this? I could be confusing with something at work, I'm sorry.
I don't think there's anything special.
Okay.
It's a regular.
Sorry.
It's just
It
a
is
regular roof.
painted white though,
It is painted
which does reflect.
White does help like the heat. So basically what happens, if it's a black roof, it's going to absorb more of the sunlight, but because it's white, it absorbs less of the heat. So it keeps the roof from warping as fast.
Okay, maybe you did remember that, Ms. Lowe. Thank you. And, yes, but
Just to confirm, so that is done. That project is
Complete.
complete.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, the next project for discussion is the Glenside addition. So we've been working with SiteLogic on estimating the cost of this project. The initial budget, they came up with $7.6 million for this project as a whole. We have paid KCBA partially to design the project, so we've already had some cash outflow. So we're looking at a remaining cost of 7.3 million. 5.8 million of that is construction. I don't quite have a breakout yet of the trades, but $5.8 million is in construction and 1.5 is in soft costs.
any questions about the Glenside addition portion? Ms. Lemon?
Is everything proceeding like it should with like all of the approvals that you need?
Yes. Yep. So we already have township approval,
Okay.
preliminary and final this project. Oh, in Cedarbrook, we just had the preliminary approval, so we still have to go back one more time for final. So I believe the permitting process is already, or the application's already begun. The anticipated bid date on this is probably October, so it's right around the corner, which is why we're pushing this out into the forefront for this meeting. Once we get that bid date, then we'll have a locked-in number. Then we'll have to start looking at a complete construction schedule that we build with the winning bidders.
Yes.
No, you go.
Related to the financing costs, I know we'll be talking about like bond issuance and stuff later. But is that per project or is there one, like, I guess, fund that's a drawing from?
That's a rough estimate of the closing costs on a bond.
Closing okay, got it. That's why I was wondering where that up, what it's actually, what was that representing? Okay.
Ms. Listy?
My question about the October bid date, is that for one contractor to be overseeing the project? Like, what are we
So,
waiting for bids on?
so
exactly?
we feel like, so we have a full plan set for Glenside site and construction. We have a full plan set for the Cedarbrook addition as well. The plan is to bid both together, hopefully to gain some economies of scale, and to deal with less contractors on both projects, and also ease of management. So by law, we have to bid out all the prime trades. So we have to bid out plumbing, HVAC, electric as separate prime contracts, and potentially fire protection as well, depending on the size of the contract. So there'll be a separate bid tab for each of those items. KCBA and Chester Valley, who's our civil engineer, will have a separate plan set for each of the trades that will be put out electronically for said firms to bid on.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions? Can we double check if there's any questions from the public? We've had a
Sure.
few chances for us to ask. Thank you. Great.
All right, so moving on to the Cedarbrook addition. So it's a significantly larger project than the Glenside addition. This is looking at total construction cost estimate of 18.3 million, with soft costs of approximately 3.8. You can see the larger soft costs in this project are permitting, construction management, and the architectural fees on this, just because of the size of the project, and more square footage and involvement from all of said firms. So we do have a slight cash output so far for KCBA services and for some of the permitting costs to get this up and running. We're looking at additional $22 million to finish this project. So together, both of these projects come in at approximately $30 million. The bond financing conversation is part of the finance meeting.
Any questions about the Cedarbrook section? Can I ask, in both, I guess both of these last two, under soft costs, is that where you would find things like furniture and things like that? Or is that a separate?
So you could put furniture under the soft costs. We've already procured the furniture.
Right.
And that's actually, there's a future slide.
If it'll be, okay.
So there is no furniture cost because it's already.
Thank you.
All right, no other questions. I will turn it over to Mr. Carter.
You.
This is working in Cedarbrook. Our custodial team and maintenance team did a wonderful job this summer. Our custodial team was broken up into two separate teams where we have those that were moving furniture. We have 4 outstanding young men who helped to identify all the furniture that needed to be removed from EP over to the mods, and from the mods over to the different schools such as Cedarbrook, Wyncote, Glenside, and Cheltenham Elementary. So this is part of the 5th and 6th grade move here. Furniture. This is a part of Epic, which is where we worked on checking ceiling tiles, lighting, and doing the floor tiles to make sure everything that was in EP of the new wing looked just as good as it was when they were over at the mods. So our custodian team did a hell of a job getting everything ready to make everything look as though it was brand new. This here is a part of the STEM room, which was in the mods, where new furniture was brought in, science tables, and approximately 6 or 7 rooms have at least 6 tables and with stools that were installed new. The old furniture was pulled out and will be distributed throughout the district, because that's also new furniture that we can use in other areas of the building.
So these science tables were paid for by the Flux Space grant. You guys recall that?
Sure.
Yeah, a year or two ago. So this was the final phase of that grant. The science and STEM tables were chosen based on the architectural prints from the Cedarbrook edition, so they fit the space, the science and STEM spaces, so it can be transferred over and moved right in.
I was gonna say thank you, those are good.
That's it.
No, okay. Thank you, Mr. Carter. Do we have any questions from the board about any of those last few slides, all of the various moves and furniture or comments? Ms.
I
Lindsay?
just want to say it all looked brand spanking new, which obviously was the plan.
Yes.
But thank you to all who made that happen.
Thank you. I'll pass that on.
Here, here.
Yeah, seriously.
Mr. Schultz?
I have a question around the presentation, not about these last few slides, although they, but about the first half. The HVAC in the high school portion of the capital plan, is that something that we're still pursuing? Because I noticed that isn't part of those slides, but what just high level timeline for when we would start getting up.
So we don't have a plan set yet. Or what we have is Senator Hoffman, who was the MEP, the mechanical engineer on all of our other projects, put together a proposal, put together a plan. So we still have to move that forward and get a final set of drawings to be able to put together a cost estimate. It starts to come out and circuit in the high school. So we're still in the infancy of that project.
And then once that work is done, then we would be entering the bidding side of things along with estimated budgets.
That's correct. If you recall, the drawing side of the project is in 12 to 18 months. So everything's kind of phasing in year over year.
Makes sense. And just one point of feedback, because it's really great context. Having possibly like a narrative slide to go alongside the financial overview could be helpful just when viewing it as a slide deck, just saying like, what is the current status and the next milestone date that's being targeted? Because I imagine this is going to be a recurring set of slides, so just wanted to offer that feedback as the committee's consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Schultz. Any other questions or comments? Ms. Bliss?
Just one thing, that is Dr. Whiting didn't have a link to join as a panelist, but he'll be joining
Okay.
the general meeting, and so I told him if he had any questions, he could.
We will check in. Thank you. Any other questions or comments from anyone? I will let that. Thank you. All of those moves, Mr. Carter, to you and your team. Thank you. Thank you. As a board member who has as a parent who has a child that's at Cedarbrook East, great first week. They were very excited that furniture got delivered in the middle of the week. I know that wasn't the initial plan. That was probably more of a headache for you all, but he came home excited. New furniture was delivered. He couldn't go in our STEM room, but tomorrow we'll get to see it. So, he got to build some organic excitement that way. And I do appreciate all of the work with, I know the furniture that we used that grant money for in the past at Elkins Park School, moving all of that around. And now it's all coming back to me, moving that over to, Cedarbrook East or Cedarbrook for the 6th grade wing. So thank you for all of that. Any other questions from the board or questions from the public? Double check online and see if Dr. Whiting is there and has any questions as well.
We should be able to elevate him.
Yeah, once he comes in.
He's,
Oh, yes,
he's there now.
Yeah, so we might be able to move him over. If there are no other questions though, Mr. Epps, go for it.
Sorry, I'd be remiss if I
Only
didn't.
7:20.
Yeah, no, it's not really a question, just more of a comment. And I know, we're gonna be receiving bids, right? And so we can't control to an extent responds. But I know that the district makes efforts to contract with women-owned, minority-owned businesses. And so hopefully we'll see some bids representing as we come forth and have opportunities to do that throughout these projects as well.
Yes, we spent one of our project meetings talking about the district's policies, and Philadelphia has a great list that we utilize. There's a couple great resources we utilize to build our bid list as large as possible.
Thank you. And if there are no other questions or comments, again, thank you to both of you for the presentation and all the information. I think we all look forward to the monthly project updates and seeing literal work continue over at the high school. So thank you, everyone. I will take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you. Let's see a second, Mr. F. Meeting is adjourned.